You're searching for a new apartment. So you open up your computer and search through Craigslist again. Maybe you find a good-looking post and send it to your roommate in an email. As a self-reward, you watch a YouTube cat video like you always do. So how does your internet service provider turn this into info they sell to advertisers? In 2016, the Federal Communications Commission came up with the Internet Privacy Protections, a set of regulations meant to protect your online privacy. While it didn't prevent your internet service provider, or ISP, from seeing your data, it did prevent them from selling it to advertisers, at least without your consent. But now President Trump is changing all that.
President Trump signing a repeal of Obama-era broadband privacy rules.
What information do your providers actually store? What are they giving up to advertisers? And how does all this turn into big bucks for ISPs? To start, take a deep breath. ISPs don't see all of your content. They're just seeing URLs of sites you visit, and then giving that info to advertisers. The ISPs and advertisers are looking for your interests, your political affiliation, your sexual orientation, diseases you may have, and trying to figure out what you're likely to purchase. Went to Craigslist's housing section? They must be looking for apartments. This applies to personal messages and social content as well. But ISPs aren't as interested in reading your emails to your mom. They are interested in the links you share, links you click, and when you send emails to gauge when you're most active online. Second, ISPs see browsing history from your IP address, then match that with your personal information from your account. That means any internet activity you do away from this IP address isn't necessarily linked back to you. Third, ISPs track data differently than online services like Google and Facebook. These companies track your browsing activity through your accounts. Finally, the biggest bane of your privacy existence, your cell phone. Not only do mobile providers have data like your location and your billing information, but it's much easier to track browsing history specifically back to you, since it's coming straight from, well, your cell phone number. AT&T seem to value internet data at $350 per person per year, according to their discontinued Internet Preferences program. And according to 451 Research, the global market for consumer cell phone data alone was potentially worth $24.1 billion in 2015 and could reach $79 billion in 2020. So what can you do to protect your internet privacy? To start, search only on HTTPS sites. These websites are encrypted, meaning ISPs only see home pages as opposed to specific pages or content. Next, you may want to buy a virtual private network. Remember how everything is attached to an IP address? Whenever you visit a site, a VPN gets that information first before sending it on to your internet service provider. This makes it look like that browsing data is coming from the VPN's IP address, not your own. It makes browsing data harder to track back to you. And finally, not all ISPs support Trump's move. Several signed a letter to U.S. representatives voicing their concern for the FCC repeal. So if you're still worried, you could check to see if any of these providers offer service in your area.